And good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the continuing coverage of Week 2 of the 2025 Zelda Randomizer Tournament here on Z1 Randomizer. Tonight, our matchup is between Digshake and Catastrophe573, an 0-1 matchup, these two runners looking for their first win. Hi, everyone. I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Joining me on the commentary tonight is bbq.gov. Great to have you here today for this exciting race between our two competitors.
Hey, Laws, how you doing this evening?
Well, I'm doing fantastic. We're getting ready here, excited for another exciting Zelda randomizer race. Dig Shake, Catastrophe 573. What are you looking for in this?
I think these are two pretty evenly matched runners, and do not let their records to date in the Swiss rounds fool you. They both are 0 and 1. They both could easily be 1 and 0. They're both very talented runners. I think, as I said, I think this is a balanced matchup. I have no idea what to expect other than if I know these flags at all, we're in for a lot of twists and turns along the way.
Yeah, absolutely, indeed. For those of you who have not seen any of the Zelda Randomizer tournament, it's 5 to 8 Triforces to enter level 9. We are underway, and what a starting screen! That is a second quest screen where you need the ladder to find out what is behind that door, if there is one. Holy smokes!
Boy, talk about inconvenient. And oh, a shooting gallery to boot here. We're going to see what's here in the waterfall so far. Just a potion shop. Treacherous overworld so far.
Yeah, catastrophe having a catastrophe. Digshake should be able to get through this gauntlet of Octoroks, only half a heart of damage, so should be able to get their way through to the door. And let's find out what we have. It is the letter. Well, Digshake's not going to grab it right now, but he knows where to go in case he wants to grab it later on.
Okay, so I understand why you wouldn't want to pick it up. It takes up a spot in your B inventory. You can't roll it up like a newspaper and use it to bop Octoroks on the nose. So it's kind of useless at this point. But
Oh, that's a good idea for Fred to have in a future randomizer, though. Wouldn't that be something to use the letter as a trinary weapon? That would be cool.
I mean, if we're gonna go for realism in the game, I kind of feel like we should. There's a take any over in the grave area for Digshake. That's handy. He's gonna check the grave armos here and probably the grave push stones as well.
Yeah, definitely. And Catastrophe looks like is following Digshake's footsteps right here, and it is a staircase. Catastrophe will get their first bonus cave, pick up the heart container. That's a 1 in 3 chance of picking up the white sword item. Make that a 2 in 3 chance of picking up the white sword item as Digshake finds the second take any cave.
This early, I think both our runners will take 5 hearts. Like you said, 2 out of 3 chance of getting the white sword item if and when they're able to find it. Digshake is going to pass on the grave checks here and going to do the screen scroll and do the death Armos checks, prioritizing getting that free Armos item early.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. We'll see if we have a divergence of paths and a successful screen scroll, but unfortunately we have Darknet. It's not the worst enemy to contend with, but when there's a lot of them, it is the wooden boomerang, and Digshake, I think, is going to pass on that. And at 2 minutes in, I'm a little bit surprised about that, but I can understand why Digshake doesn't want to pick it up.
Yeah, Digshake's a veteran runner, and I think he feels like he doesn't need to stun enemies to traverse the overworld, which is probably true. Catastrophe, I would not be at all surprised if Catastrophe picked this up.
And we'll see if the
Er,
and now Catastrophe knows. Let's see if they go back to pick it up. And Catastrophe thinks it's going to be worthwhile early on at the 2.5 minute mark. Digshake to the fairy fountain will refill all of his health, and Catastrophe does have the wooden boomerang.
I like actually picking it up early, if for no other reason than you don't know what enemies on the overworld or in dungeons are going to be 0 HP enemies, but
Ooh,
we find level 9, and this, oh, is this a big
what do we
9?
need today? All 8.
Oh no. Well, we might be here for a little while.
Yep. So strap in, folks. Grab your popcorn. Grab your favorite beverage. We may be here for the long haul. There's our take any roads on Digshake's side, and one of them does take you to Death Mountain. That's always a good place. See if we can get something on the right side of this map here. One takes you to 1Q4, so that's a dead spot on the raft requirement, and one takes you towards the right side. And hey, look at that large secret, 112 rupees in vanilla level 3. That is LOZ approved. And hey, the Octoroks go down on a boomerang hit, so they roll to 0. You love to see that.
That'll help for getting around the overworld. That'll help for rupee farming. That'll help for health refills. So Digshake going to go ahead and prioritize the finishing up the northeast corner here and the rest of the Armos checks. That's interesting routing on his part.
Certainly. Check the staircase when we find a 10 rupee premium on that candle. It rolled up to 70. So our second forgotten spot has one of the hint shops. However, you can't buy hints unless you have money. Catastrophe does have money, but you also can't understand what the Hylians are saying without that book. Oh, but look at this. Digshake, the first of our runners to pick up the wood sword located in the Armos spot. So Digshake's premonition of checking Armos paying off dividends early on.
That will be very helpful. We have not seen a level yet. The only level we've seen is 9, and knowing we have to clear all 8. Well, third take any cave on Digshake's side.
That's going to guarantee Digshake the white sword item if he can find it. Meanwhile, Catastrophe does pick up the letter here.
Oh, and our red dark nuts rolled all the way up to 6 HP. You would hope you could do better for bomb farmers, but hopefully blue Octoroks are a little kinder. It doesn't look well.
They're not the only enemy.
We're okay.
Sorry to interrupt you there. They're not the only enemy to roll up, but the blue Lionels rolled up to 7 HP.
Boy, the game's just going to make us work tonight, isn't it?
And level 5 is a door repair penalty, which Catastrophe is able to back out of to avoid the penalty. It's anywhere between 15 and 25 rupees, 9 door repair penalties scattered throughout our mixed first quest overworld. And there's our first level discovery. Digshake has found level 3. So right now, Digshake's exploration, early staircase. You don't suppose this is a segmented level 3, do you? It is.
Oh, it absolutely is. The game, given the one of the flags that's on for this flag set is that the door that the lobby that you come into has to be on the bottom row. That seems to be forcing a lot more of the smaller dungeons to be segmented to get them to fit on that 16x8 grid. Certainly,
that is correct.
Smaller dungeons.
Yeah, it's not always the case. Let's look at this map here. And it is just a double segmented level 3 here. But yeah, usually the first room, if you find a staircase room right away, I'd say 9 out of 10 times it's going to be a transport on a normally non-segmented dungeon.
Yeah, and that shape, by the way, is Cubert jumping off of a diving board.
Ooh, I like that. And as soon as he lands, awkwardly, you will see the bubble come up with the curse images.
Right. All the characters on the keyboard.
Yes, exactly. All right. And that's pretty big level 3 as well. That's a 18-room dungeon. That's pretty big for a 3. Meanwhile, Catastrophe there, don't spend it all in one place. A measly 3 rupees is our small tonight.
Yeah, don't worry. I won't spend three rupees in one place. I don't think I can.
It's hard. I mean, there are ways you can do it, but the odds of that are pretty darn low in this flag set. So, nope, that's a red herring there for Digshake. He was hoping he'd find the item here in level 3. Now, of course, speaking of the items, and hey, we found Uncle Wizzy's clubhouse right off the bat, BBQ.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing you've got 6 hearts at this point.
The orange ones rolled down to 2 HP. That's not too bad.
Yeah, between that and the Vires going down to 1 bomb shot, that's actually pretty darn handy to clear out this room. Does this drop anything for Digshake? He's going to have to respawn that grabby hand to find out.
They rolled max, so that one rolled up to 4 HP, so that's no good. Nope, nothing there. So speaking of the items, the hearts, okay, here is our item. Now, the hearts are not in the shuffle, but the hearts that you're accustomed to seeing on the floor could be behind a staircase, like this one.
Right. Now, there is a possibility that this is also the Coast Heart, as
True.
Catastrophe finds level 4 on his side over by the lake in the Eastern Forest.
Now, also, you did get a candle. We saw a candle shop. I didn't get a chance. Oh, yeah, it was a 70 rupee price. But Catastrophe did find a candle shop and was able to make that purchase. We have Gorillas this time around. That's pretty dangerous because the bodies, well, it might be the end of the turn for Catastrophe because we have found ourselves a ladder block. So it's looking like ladder's going to be required to beat this seed, BBQ.
As if we didn't have enough stuff to do. We have eight Triforces, and you have to get some other stuff. Oh, level 2's right next to level 4. All the levels popping up here in the southeast.
But we have found another block. This is a key block here on Catastrophe's side. And unless they drop a key here, and Catastrophe's like, you're like, nope, I'm out.
Can't say I blame him one bit. You could try to pirouette that to the right, but it's kind of unlikely that that's going to work. Here's some money. 31 for the medium secret on Catastrophe's side. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Not great, but not bad. I mean, oh, it's a wand. What a find there for digshake. So able to get a timely clock to clear out that room full of blue wizards and other nasty enemies. And right next door, it is your Triforce piece in the Gliok room. So a very efficient level 3 dig there for digshake.
Yeah, very well timed, and Digshake's patient combat. He's a veteran, and he knows exactly what he's doing. The patient combat paid off, and now he can phase in, or now he can work in these checks here and see what's on the coast.
Nothing on Monocle Rock for Catastrophe here, but is going to bomb the 30 secret area and is going to find some more money. There's another large secret. That's his second one already. The cheap bait is standard. 60 rupees is the price.
Oh, hey, you remember how you were saying ladder's probably required? It's definitely required now. That's a bow on the coast.
Yes, the bow, of course, cannot be in level 9. Important items cannot be in level 9 in this flag set, but Catastrophe has found level 6 and another locked door, BBQ.
And not one you can pirouette by going to the left. You can't pirouette it by coming in and out unless you can bomb to the right. That's a hard key block.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, digshake finds his first large secret, same location as Catastrophe just found their second. So 2 large secrets are in back-to-back rooms, because that screen to the south is where the Armos 112 is. Now, I was mentioning the 31. I said that it was not bad, not great. That's because 31 is above the vanilla amount, but it's below the mean. Your mean is 32.5 because your secrets for the mediums anywhere between 25 and 40. But digshake is going to purchase a blue candle, so both of our runners now have that candle.
And a good time to get it, too. He's got some spots here in the Eastern Forest that he can clean up. He'll find 2 and 4 if he completes the rest of the Eastern Forest. Try and pull off this reverse screen scroll to get over to Casino Corner. There, he's
very nice. And he was able to dodge the blue dart, and I can see why he's doing the screen scrolls and does find the breakaway. He's going to see level 6, but unfortunately, he is going to see that unless he can bomb to the right, he is key blocked.
You can't see the disappointment on Link's sprite, but I promise you it's there.
Yes, I've got the perfect emote. I'll post it in chat. This is what he's thinking. There it is. That's his expression right there.
Yeah, that's about right, isn't it?
All right. Meanwhile, we're at Casino Alley. Digshake. Look at the price of bombs. That's nice. And look at the price of wood arrows. We get a 15 rupee discount, so almost 20%, and very cheap bombs at a 65% discount. You love to see that.
That is good. Catastrophe has the money to buy arrows, and he's choosing not to. Given the other things that you can buy at some point in the seed, I don't necessarily hate that, but I'm kind of in the minority in that I kind of prefer to buy wood arrows early if I can. This might be an occasion where you wouldn't, and the reason is because you need ladder to get bow. So you might be waiting a while to be able to get white sword damage off the arrows.
Yeah, that might be one of the things that Catastrophe has in mind, because we don't have the bow. We can't get the bow without the ladder, so the arrows aren't going to do him any good right now. And he might find the silvers before he finds that ladder, so that's always a possibility. And another thing that Catastrophe could be thinking about is a blue ring purchase. We haven't seen a blue ring shop just yet, but that's another thing, and Catastrophe's getting really close to blue ring money.
Yeah, given the things that you can buy, that the flags in this flag set encourage you to buy once you have the book or hints. So it makes, you don't see a ton of blue ring purchases, but in certain instances where there's a lot of combat, it makes a lot of sense.
Digshake able to avoid that same door repair penalty, so we still don't know how much door repair penalties are in this seed yet.
And our runners have seen a lot of the same parts of the map. We haven't really seen much exploration of the Deadwoods or Candle Row for that matter, but Digshake looks like he's in the mood to change that.
Yeah, right now it's looking like it's either going to be the blue ring shop or the bomb shop as our rare shop. As Catastrophe finds the wood sword. Took him a lot longer to find than Digshake, but despite that, I don't think he's in a terrible position at the moment, and that is not a door repair penalty. That would be a hint that would either talk about either the white sword item or the location of the magical sword. But again, no book, can't understand that information yet.
Yeah, in this flag set, the book has a lot of utility. It doesn't serve as an atlas. As Digshake finds level 7 on Candle Row, that's promising. and an immediate map will tell us what we've got. Well, that's a thick boy, isn't it?
Oh, we're over by 1 room. That is 34 rooms of pure torture, not 33 rooms. And hey, Ganon's room.
Yeah, the only thing this could drop is, well, I mean, you're clearing it to get through that shutter door, but the only thing this could really drop would be the compass. Otherwise, you're just clearing this to try to get to the right.
Yep, definitely. So Catastrophe, we founding another medium secret, has 248 rupees, is likely in position. If he finds a blue ring shop, we'll have a decision to make. We'll see if Catastrophe would make such a purchase here as he's checking more caves. Yeah, this is going to be a nasty level 7, and Catastrophe is now in level 3. Digshake had cleared this earlier, so we'll see how Catastrophe fares in this Wizro-bladed dungeon. Now, we are key-starved and can't bomb to the north, and we can bomb to the west. Yeah, with this many rooms, trying to find our floor item is going to be tough, so Digshake's probably going to hope that the natural item is behind the staircase, and if it is on the floor, you could just pick it up right away.
Yeah, and the other thing that's good for him right now.
Digshake, nicely done. Gets the Triforce out of level 7. Any hit from those danger noodles, those land molas, Digshake would have been down for the count as they do 2 hearts of damage. Nice kill there using that wand.
Yeah, I was just going to say that wand paying huge dividends for Digshake early enables him to clear that room with a minimum of fuss. And he's first on, well, actually, he has 2 Triforces on the board. He was able to clear out 3 where Catastrophe is now.
That is absolutely correct, and that burn bush does not burn here in Candle Row. This one does. And finding level 8, we're finding all these dungeons here, BBQ.
This is good for Digshake in that he's got the information that it's a full 8. Here's the map of 8, and a little moth-eaten, but decent-sized room. And, of course, the Triforce is all the way in the least convenient spot.
Yep, and this one is 35 rooms, so level 9, which of course fits in that same 7, 8, 9, 16 by 8 grid. I think 9 is going to have probably about 50 rooms. No more than that.
Yeah, and the weird part about 9 is where, when we went into the lobby, where 9 started, all the way in the corner. That usually portends some shenanigans of some type.
Oh yeah, I agree with that 100%.
The interesting thing about this level 8 map is look at that single choke point wall.
Digshake finds the ladder on the floor just like that. Everything is coming up Digshake so far. Holy smokes, what a find.
That's terrific. I was just going to say that single choke point in the dash column there of level 8's map is really interesting, but Digshake making the right call, checking the right part of the map, gets the ladder. I would be seriously tempted if I was Digshake to bail and go run and immediately get that bow off the coast.
But Digshake is picked off by the land molas, had nowhere to go. Back to start he goes. It's not a long ways back, so it's just kind of an inconvenience. So Digshake will give it another shot.
Yeah, the left molas, even though you have a ranged weapon there, and even though these guys are slow, it's just, there's no real safe spot for you to be. Landmos kind of act like they have very patient combat there. Landmos act like they have predator vision in the sense that if you stay still, they kind of tend to spin out. They kind of tend to be in one spot and just kind of run in circles for a little bit. But when you start running around, it starts either chasing your sprite or what's known as the anti-link sprite, which is your sprite in basically on the other side of the room.
Look at these land molas. More land molas here. At least we haven't found its brethren, the blue land molas that do the same 2 hearts of damage but move exceedingly quick that Link can't outrun. Catastrophe did find the heart container here, but again, to get the other item here, you have to be 1 screen below the Triforce and clear those Wizrobes. Remember, Digshake got lucky with a clock drop.
He did, and Catastrophe may also not want to spend that 1 key. This is, if we've been short on anything in this seed, it's been keys.
Oh, absolutely.
So, he may be reticent to spend that 1, but he's going to spend it here, and he's going to be very happy if he's able to clear this room.
And Digshake finds the heart container on one of the 2 item staircases. That may or may not be your coastal item. We won't know until we find the other item, which will be behind another staircase. Catastrophe wants no part of clearing that room, sees the Triforce free right here, and Catastrophe will go ahead and grab that, leaving the 1 behind. Again, it's not an essential item, so if Catastrophe passes it up, it's not going to be a huge hindrance. I mean, it might affect his combat a little bit, but it's not a disaster if Catastrophe is going to go back in.
Okay, it's a smaller dungeon. I do like this. Digshake, meanwhile, if he's going to be slowed down by anything, it's that shoot room right there, and the fact that he's got one bomb left. So if he cannot bomb north out of this room here, then it's a quasi-segmented level 8. But luckily he can.
Right, kind of like level 5 in vanilla. Hey, speaking of bombs, a free bomb pack there for Digshake was able to snipe them away from the blue gorillas. And hello there, Aquamentus. And more bombs. Hey, now he's pretty good on bombs.
That has to feel great. Well,
oh, that does not feel so great. Unless he can bomb to the right, and Digshake's not even going to bother finding out. We may be bow blocked out of this Triforce here in level 8.
Well, it's fortunate for Digshake that he has something that enables him to go get the bow, and he has enough money to be able to go afford these arrows right here, which he's going to go ahead and buy.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Catastrophe dealing with these orange wizrobes here does clear the room and now has beams.
The Catastrophe doing a very workmanlike job in this level 3, just avoiding the hard combat until he absolutely has to do it. He's probably he might clear 1 or 2 of these Gibdos, but I suspect he's just getting him out of the way to try to screen scroll. Or to block clip, I'm sorry.
Exactly. Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about there, BBQ. Is Digshake. Now we find out that the door per penalty, it's 24, so 1 near the max.
Ooh, okay. That makes the hints a little more treacherous to potentially get, unless you are able to save some of your money, or are able to dodge a whole bunch of door repair charges before they hit.
That spot does not bomb here, so that's your second quest mechanic. Let's see what's here in this. Some more money for Digshake. It is a small secret. 4 smalls, 7 mediums, 3 larges. Again, for those of you just checking for Catastrophe to find the other item here in level 3, has to go 1 screen down from here. Let's see what Catastrophe decides to do. Might use that one and only key. Yep, is going to go there, but he's not going to find his item in that direction, but he's going to find a lot of blue wizrobes. Oh, no. Oh, no. And he's trying to get through the room, and he does escape with just 1 heart left to go. There's an old man.
Well, that explains why he couldn't bomb south in that L column. He is hoping against hope that the item... Oh, get that key if you can get that key.
Let's see. No, he's picked off by the shot. But those are rooms that Catastrophe want to know part of. I mean, Digshake just guessed correctly on all facets here in this level 3, and Catastrophe wants no more part of it.
You know what? I can't say I blame him. Green tunic, wood sword, no other real offensive upgrades.
Oh man, back to that hint shop. He sees that the prices, that's over 140 rupees for those 3 hints combined. So you're really gonna have to save up a bit if you want to find out those hints after you've gotten the book.
Very true. Now Digshake's gonna clean up the lost woods here. Do this check. That's a shop we don't need. What I suspect he's going to do after he cleans up the lost woods is do a world wrap over west of the Lost Hills and go pick up the bow.
Yeah, and our blue ring shop, I can confirm, is our rare shop because we've seen more than one of the arrow bomb shops. So I can confirm that blue ring shop is our rare shop tonight. So good luck trying to get a blue ring because you're probably not going to have 255 rupees like Catastrophe has right now.
Yeah, that's going to seem like a luxury of a bygone era here in a little bit, I think.
Yeah, definitely, indeed.
Nice screen scroll by Digshake. Going to do this check here. No, he's not. He doesn't have the flute, but he is going to do this screen scroll right here.
2Q7 does bomb. So yeah, Digshake is going to do this around the world screen wrap, which will get him his bow. The wooden arrows, he'll be able to do some combat. Catastrophe is now in level 2. So Digshake with the bow on the board. Those wood arrows do 2 HP of damage, just like the wand. And if you find any pulse voices, it doesn't matter what kind of arrow you have, they go down in 1 shot.
Catastrophe looking for any way he can make any progress in level 2 and not able to do it there. That's unfortunate, but Digshake having 2 keys and finding and digging level 8 may end up opening up a lot of other stuff and enable him to open up a lead here.
Well, that is a useless casino when you have all the money you could possibly carry. There is no point in playing money-making game when you have as much money as the game will allow you to have.
Okay, back into 4 for Catastrophe. I have never had a literally full wallet in real life. There's Mags, and Digshake 23 minutes in with 8 heart containers? Mags might be on the table for him.
Quite possibly indeed. You need anywhere between 10 and 14 hearts, and that is the death sprite right there for Catastrophe. That is what Sprite likes to do in this game. In Zelda 1, she flies away from you and leads you to your death. In Zelda 2, she flies towards you and screws up all of your encounters.
Catastrophe being very careful here with these blue gorillas. A bomb might be a really good choice here. Getting beat up. And the fireball finishes him off.
Yeah, the old Beamos. I mean, there's a fairy that helps out Digshake. And yeah, this is where having this one is really going to help Digshake compared to Catastrophe here. Because I don't know how much HP it has, but it certainly didn't look like it rolled down.
No, I think the blue gorillas are the vanilla 5, maybe. There's the map for Digshake out of 4, and once again, we're segmented in this level.
There's the heart, so we're just looking for the staircase that's going to have our item. And of course, we need the Triforce, need all 8 Triforce pieces for tonight's race. And yeah, Catastrophe can't do anything more here in level 4. He's ladder blocked.
Yeah, he doesn't know that 8 has the answer to all of his problems. But, takes a death there. Did the right thing in that room to get it down to 1 blue gorilla and then save that progress by exiting and re-entering the room. But unfortunately took a death and has to go back 1 room.
Yeah, the problem is those Beamos. That's what's really making this room a nightmare. So now, all right, I think they've rolled vanilla because you have 5 HP. Oh, there's your blue land moles right there, BBQ. This is not going to be fun. So far, keeping their distance. Very nicely done. Safe play, Digshake, clear the room, and hello, more land molas.
Is it land mola breeding season? Is that what's going on in Hyrule? Because they're just everywhere tonight.
I think so, BBQ. And there's the compass. That's a nice find. So it's in that second segment.
Gonna grab those bombs there. There's our second set of hints on the south coast.
A little more reasonable.
Is found. Don't know when we're gonna be able to get those. One thing we haven't seen,
right now.
was just gonna say, one thing we haven't seen is the white sword item. We've seen it now, and Catastrophe has a full wallet. If he's not grabbing these hints immediately, he's got to survive this screen first.
No, he's not going to grab the hints. I'm a little surprised. I mean, if he's saving up for Blue Ring, good luck, because we know by process of elimination, it's the rare shop. It could be in Death Mountain. Heck, it could be in that other raft spot. You just never know.
Very true. Now where is Catastrophe going? He's seen 2. He's seen 4. You know what he hasn't done? He hasn't done Candle Row yet. He may just be the one level we haven't seen yet is level 1. That's got 2 items in it. That might be calling his name.
Absolutely indeed here. So Digshake looking for that other staircase. Catastrophe has no point in picking that up. He'll save it for later in case he needs it. We've got blue Tektites here, which Digshake is able to clear. And nope, that does not push. That is not where our item is. Going to trap bomb to the north. Is able to do so. Does not have to burn that key. And nothing in that Chevy room, so no problems there for Digshake. This potentially could push. It's just some Tektites here. But is going to bomb to the north, but never mind. That's a red herring because our staircase is right here, BBQ. We're about to find out what that item is here in level 4. And we've got another heart container. So this is our double hearts dungeon. So our heart container is in 4. He now has a 20% chance of picking up the magical sword if he decides to make that play. But there you go.
Not at this point obviously you'd love silvers. You'd love something like red ring, but getting in Mag's territory when you're on Wood Sword is not the worst thing in the world this early in the game. You're less than 30 minutes in, and you know where Mag's is, and B, you know it's not far from start. You just have to go down from the river. It is just south of the desert, so a short walk away. But Digshake's going to get out of 4 with Triforce and Catastrophe. This is good news for Catastrophe. He doesn't know it yet, but this is level 8. He needs to dig this.
I wonder if Catastrophe's trying to pirouette here, I think he wants to check the rest of Candle Row before going back here. Digshake now into level 2. And I think he's just checking the rest of Candle Row, but if he veers away from that, that's really going to hurt Catastrophe. Now here's level 7.
Yeah, I think Catastrophe maybe he's going to at least pop this door and take a peek at the enemy set here, preserve that door being opened, and he'll get his map and see what he's up against. I wouldn't be surprised if he's looking for smaller dungeons he can dig. He couldn't dig 2, he couldn't dig 4. He got the Triforce out of 3, but couldn't get the item because of combat.
Well, speaking of
As
combat, we had to
well
take down the
done.
Gleeok. Digshake, very good fight there. Gets the Triforce out of level 2, is halfway home in terms of the Triforce pieces. Now, we said that important items like the bow, the ladder, the raft, the recorder, and the power bracelet, they cannot be in level 9. However, silver arrows could still be in level 9. And right now, it's leaning towards the possibility we may have our standard fare in level 9. I know it's still early, but that possibility is starting to grow, BBQ.
It is, bit by bit. Digshake not knowing where silvers are or any of the other damage increasing items like one. Well, he has one, but like White Sword, for example. This is a small dungeon. He's incentivized to dig it. The enemy set's not too bad. He has one. He's shown so far that he has very good combat available to him. So why not clean out this too? See if you can find a useful item.
Just 14 rooms here in this level 2. Looks like a rowing machine. Somebody on a rowing machine.
Yeah, like I was gonna say a kangaroo on a rowing machine. I don't know why. I think it's the top of the head. That's probably what's doing it.
I got you there. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. It is the raft. Now, the raft could be required. We still haven't seen all of the levels yet. I think, what are we missing? 1 and 5, I think. We haven't seen 5 yet.
Correct. We have not seen those two. We've seen one of the 2 raft spots. That's one of our take any roads.
Correct.
Digshake hanging around in this too a little bit. I think he's hoping to get a heart container now that he's in Mag's territory. Dig a small dungeon. Maybe you take a peek at a room or 2. See if you stumble on that 11th heart.
Yep, Digshake, I think, though, didn't want to burn any more resources and just wanted to leave level 2 with what he currently has in his inventory. Now, Digshake is going to see this sin shop. If he goes one screen to the right, he's going to find his White Sword item, the book, and then I would imagine he may take a look at these hints here, unless he, too, is thinking about purchasing that blue ring. So Digshake has the book. Catastrophe sees the Triforce in level 7, but is going to keep on exploring. And hello, Blue Land Molas, and Catastrophe is nowhere to go. He is nowhere to go. All right, hints time here in The Dongo Dwells at the Raft. Unfortunately, that is old news for Digshake. All right, behind the 28. Manhandler threatens with the wand. More old news.
That actually would help Catastrophe if he had taken a peek at that hint.
Goma creeps with the red candle. So Goma, that is level 6, the red candle. So that's a level that Digshake can avoid having to dig the item for and just focus on the Triforce.
And that's also good because 6 is very out of the way. It's up at the Vanilla Letter Cave, so.
And not just that, but level 6 tends to be very, very large in shapes.
It does. Oh, this screen for Catastrophe is just rough because you don't have a door you can duck into. You're coming in from the bottom, and that reverse C is a room in which the Landmos love to get in a pattern of swinging back and forth like a pendulum, and they just don't give you a good spot to hide and take them out.
All right, Digshake is going to check the northeastern raft spot. Let's see if there's anything there. It's required. We have a raft required seed. Let's go, BBQ.
Wow, I was not expecting level 2's raft to come into play, but here we go. Okay, 3 items. One of them's a heart container. 2 of them will be in a combination of the stair or on the floor, including in potentially this room. Do we have something good here, Laws?
Well, we're about to find out here. This could be a key. That'll be nice. Also, it shouldn't be bigger than 14 rooms, as level 2 ended to be 14 rooms. We're about to find out this map right here, and yep, that's pretty tiny. Was that a dozen rooms? That's 1 more than what the L is in Second Quest.
It's 12 rooms, but it on the map it just looks smaller than it is. It's so tiny. It's so adorable.
Yep.
All right. Meanwhile, Catastrophe's doing work here in this room with the Landmos. Was this the Triforce room?
I believe so, but Catastrophe's gonna try this again. Yeah, that was the Triforce room. I think Catastrophe's gonna do the same thing. Grab the Triforce and just bail.
Can't say I blame him one bit. He got beat up by those Landmos, and there are a lot of them all throughout this seed. So Grab this. Hope you don't ever have to come back.
Oh, hi, Patra Wayne. Oh boy, this could be nasty, especially if this is a required room.
Yeah, that is a so level 1 is the only level in which that room with the 5 double blocks can drop. That block can also push, but now you have 2 reasons where you kind of sort of have to take out the Patra here, and it's the one you don't want to deal with. It's the expanding one.
Yep, so Digshake's just going to be patient here because if you killed the master one while it's doing that, it's going to stay doing that. What a fight! They must have rolled low. That was a really good fight there for Digshake.
And Digshake probably doing that thing. There's the compass. That'll at least tell you where the Triforce is. But Digshake doing that thing. If you hit the B and A buttons when you have those weapons up on your menu, if you hit those pixel perfect at the same time, you can stack the damage from the wand and the sword. And he was able to do that there, dodging the BMOS, trying to get around and find some items. I don't know that we found anything yet.
All right, so there's the power bracelet. Now, there's still one level at large. It could potentially be power bracelet blocked, so this could potentially be one of our chain reaction seeds where one item leads to another. And speaking of items, we have found the any key. So remember those key problems we were having early on? Well, they're over for Digshake.
Boy, the rich get richer in the sense that Digshake can really lay on the jets here. Yeah, and he's going to push this block and grab this heart. I like this.
It's right there.
One extra room. What does it take you? 10, 15 seconds to grab it. 20% more likelihood of getting mags. There's the ladder for Catastrophe. He knows he needs it for the bow, but he does not know how big a help that's going to be to him going forward.
Yeah, it's going to be a tremendous help here indeed, because as we saw on Digshake's side, the bow is required, evidently, to get to the Triforce room in level 8, unless there's a workaround that Digshake just decided not to check.
Good work by Digshake there to be able to get up there. As long as this is not a terrible enemy. Oh, it's just free on the floor. Yeah, free Dorito. Digshake up to 5 Triforces.
Nothing like a free Dorito on the ground right there. Just had to get past those spike traps, and Digshake now has 5 Triforce pieces on the board and more land molas. My God, I don't think I've seen as many land molas in a seat as this one, at least not for a real long time, BBQ.
No, same. This is just kind of gross. And unfortunate for Catastrophe, he's got one of the segments down, but he has nowhere to exit the room and re-enter to try to get these guys fully cleared. And he's just having to get creative and run around and hope. Doing a good job, but this is where not being able to get that wand out of level 3 is really kind of slowing him down from a combat perspective.
One more hit. Come on, get it. Got it. Nice kill there for Catastrophe.
There we go. That has to be, he has to be breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Yeah, that is definitely a victory Catastrophe will cherish at the moment, but out of the frying pan and into the fire, it's more land molas, and I think Catastrophe's like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore, or I'm going to go a different direction.
Yeah, now unfortunately, does this room respawn with no, it doesn't. Okay.
It eventually will. It eventually will, though.
Yeah, so he's got time here. Well, you're left mola is just, it's left mola season today, folks. What can we do?
Yeah, all we need is a picture of that tree with the posters, and we keep flipping and it'll say Land Mola season, Wizrobe season, Land Mola season, Pole's Voice season, etc., etc.
Yeah. Oh man, we're of a certain age, so that Looney Tunes cartoon rings very true to us.
Absolutely here. So Digshake now in level 6. We didn't get a real good look at it because I do believe we were key blocked or something. Yeah, we were key blocked. Let's take a look here. There's the item. So that's a heart container. So we need to find the floor item to figure out what exactly is here in level 6. But that does give Digshake a 60% chance of picking up the magical sword.
That's very good news for Digshake. The bad news for Catastrophe is he can't seem to find a workaround for these landmos, and he's out of bombs. So this may be a situation where picking up the bow and just kind of waiting and coming back when you're a little more outfitted defensively may make some sense for Catastrophe. I'm sure he's feeling a little bit behind, but you can only get beat up so much.
Oh yeah, duh. The red candle's in level 6, and with that, Digshake grabs the Triforce. He's done.
So the only thing left in terms of levels that he hasn't seen is level 5, and neither have we. But one thing we have not done really any exploration on is Death Mountain. So unless 5 is power bracelet block for some reason, DM is probably statistically our most likely area to check next.
I'll tell you, those blue dark nuts did a number on Digshake there, losing half of his health. So gonna have to be careful if he wants to give the magical sword a try here. It looks like he's heading in that direction.
Yep, it's just one screen south of here.
All right, let's take a look here. And 12 is enough. Digshake's got it. That's going to quadruple his offense. 4 HP of damage for that sword. Big pickup there for Digshake.
Yeah, suddenly all those land mows don't seem so nasty now, do they?
Oh, they're still nasty. Don't get us wrong, because it still does 2 hearts of damage, but they'll go down much quicker with that magical sword.
So nothing on the river, and yeah, Digshake is kind of running out of spots he can check that are not in DM, so gonna do Eastern DM first and hope he can maybe get a bomb refill off this blue Octorok. Not here.
So evidently there was a hint, and I didn't see it, but there was a hint that said no feat of strength required to rescue the princess. So I guess the power bracelet isn't the solution. Recorder still could be, though.
Yeah, and if you're rooting for Catastrophe, that may be what you're rooting for to happen, because you're a little behind. And oh, hey, there's another Take Any Cave at Spectacle Rock, and Digshake's got mag, so take a potion.
Absolutely. Take a free potion. You already have the magical sword, so that is definitely the correct call on Digshake's part. And I want my $2. I think that's what it was going to say.
Yeah, yep, that's the Better Off Dead reference. Digshake going back. Where is Digshake headed? I wonder if he's maybe... Oh, he hasn't checked this or the Forgotten Spot yet.
Yeah, at the time when Digshake was at the Forgotten Spot, didn't have any bombs. Now that he does have a bomb, it wouldn't surprise me if level 5 was here. I mean, that's the reason why we call it the Forgotten Spot in Zelda Randomizer lore here. Nice kill of that P-Hat. And nope, it's not here. That's just a potion shop. So no business there for Digshake at the moment.
Now, if Digshake wants to, rather than just kind of traverse across here, there is one of our Take Any roads does pop us out in Western DM. So if he is able to find 5 and wants to get to 8 quickly, he's got a way to do it.
Yeah, definitely indeed. So now Digshake is doing a Death Mountain exploration. We're still looking for level 5. Level 5, the only requirement at this point. And then afterwards, Digshake can just go back to level 8. But the big question is, where are our silver arrows? They are still at large, and we still have some items left. So, you know, we've got the white sword, we've got the magical boomerang, we've got the recorder, which again cannot be in level 9, red ring, and silver arrows. And right now, what is that, 5 items? And that means there's 4 items, you know, that is not the recorder. I'm telling you. Red ring, silver arrows. Give me our standard level 9 fare in level 9. That's my prediction.
That happens more than you might expect.
Oh, I agree it does. That's why I call it a lot.
Yeah,
I know it does.
Yeah, and when it does, it just that's an unfortunate death for Digshake right there.
Yeah, that was just a little bit sloppy there on Digshake's part. Got a little bit too overzealous there, and back to start he goes.
It's the one benefit of this starting spot. As you said, this is a really annoying starting spot, but if you want Death Mountain access, have I got good news for you? As Catastrophe has found level 9. I don't know if Catastrophe did see that before. I think
probably just forgot about it, but Death Mountain living up to its namesake here on Digshake's side. That's another death for him here.
After 2 deaths, I would be half tempted to go hit a fairy cave and just fill up my health so I don't have that happen again, but
yeah, the problem is, this looks like real Death Mountain in the game, about nothing but Lionels.
Yeah, Lionels, everything that hits 2 hearts of damage. Oof. Good job there getting around those blue Lionels.
Yep, this looks like if I was playing regular Legend of Zelda here. There's another door per penalty. We're fighting them all now. Catastrophe is going to pick up the secret. Small secret 228 is Catastrophe's total now. We'll bomb this location, and there's level 5, so recorder is also not required unless there's a dig dogger block.
Creeps along the coast. Yeah, that's kind of old news. Can we go to the right? Yes, we can.
All Right now, silver arrows would put digshake in Triforce and go mode. Otherwise, he would be in what we call Schrodinger's go mode. And hello, Uncle Wizzy's clubhouse.
Boy, well-timed mags. Are those?
Yes, they rolled down to at least 7 or 8. That's good.
That's really helpful.
8, yeah, because they have 10. They and Pole's voices have 10, and it's the likes that have 9. That's where I get the 9. They have 9. There's a Triforce, and Digshake's going to go ahead and pick it up, and he may be done.
Yeah, we don't know how big this 5 is. That's the kind of the variable. And the other benefit here is he's one screen away from a take any road. So if he wants to come back here and dig, he could, but he's going to hop in here and at least see a couple more rooms. All right, meanwhile, Catastrophe getting a look at Vanilla 6 here, which we did not see on Digshake's side, and it's just a door repair.
Yep, so Digshake did decide to go back to level 5. I guess he wants to decrease his chances of having to dig at another level. Maybe he's hoping that the silver arrows are here. He's hoping that the item is here. We know if it's a heart container, then he's going to have to find the floor item here in this level 5, which is 21 rooms, which I think is kind of on the smaller side of level 5. And heart container, Digshake's like, nope, I don't need any more hearts.
It's a level 5 that looks like one of those stick vacuum cleaners. Not a big bulky vacuum cleaner, but like those little shark vacuum cleaners that are supposed to just pick up light stuff.
No, I'll tell you what that is. Oh, Digshake doesn't have enough money. That's a cheap price for that bomb upgrade, 78 rupees. Anywhere between 2 and 6 extra bombs, you will get prices between 75 and 125. So that's a pretty good price. No, I'll tell you what that is. That's a TIE fighter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can see it. It's like on its side. I see that.
Yep, that's exactly what I had in mind. So, yep, to me, that's a TIE fighter.
All right, so Digshake's going to make his way up through. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and kill these guys. They go down to 1 magical sword shot. Hoping to get some bombs. That would be nice, but it's also going to pop open that door to the right.
I didn't get the bomb drop, but this might... oh, no, we got more Patro Wayne action. It's like, nope, I want no part of this.
Yeah, he's looking for a floor drop at this point. I don't know that room can drop in level 5. This one can. He's going to go ahead and clean this one out. Yeah, he's going to want to use the range combat.
Never fails, BBQ. There's always a clock drop in a Wallmaster room. The game knows. It always happens. I don't care.
Yeah, it is so annoying. It's just... Oh, did you think your only problem here was going to be the time sink from waiting for these guys to come out of the wall? No, you also have to dodge the clock.
Exactly, because the clock will prevent any more Wallmasters from coming out of the walls. And I'll tell you what, that magical sword, that manhandler had no chance. It was like a hot knife through butter.
Just wiped him out. And these Vires will go down to 1 shot as well. Good clock. That good bomb farming opportunity here. There it is.
He got the bomb that he was looking for. We'll leave the others behind. Maybe come back if he needs to. So Digshake is looking for the floor item here in level 5 that is going to have said item. And there's our bait block. Not required tonight.
Not required unless you have a pizza laying around. In which case, just give it to them.
Well, I'll tell you what, we do have a sprite set that we have seen in this tournament where a runner was playing as Michelangelo, and the heart containers are replaced by a pizza slice, which I thought was a very nice touch.
That is very clever, isn't it? Now this room I think will drop as well, and these guys go down in 2 shots, so you might as well clear it.
The problem is you losing 2 hearts every time you get hit, and that doesn't bomb, so we have to go around. Catastrophe will find the heart container here in 4. Again, this is a double hearts dungeon that Catastrophe's in right now. Okay, there is the transport staircase.
Yeah, that should take him back to that Vire room, because that almost certainly was the other end of that transport, unless it's here, of course.
True. All right, so, wow, I thought that was a miss, but he knows the boundaries of those bomb spots there, and this room, not the best room. He's got to be careful. It's 4 hearts of damage if you get hit by an orange Wizro beam, but there's a useless compass.
We're quickly running out of rooms where this could be. Oh, good clock there is going to kill these guys.
It's a key. No use there for dig shake. So we're running out of rooms here in this level 5. We're gonna have to go to the right.
We're basically down to 2 rooms. I don't think that Patra room in the quad block room could drop. This one can, however.
There it is. It's the jewelry.
Oh, that. Well, talk about making your 8 easier. Digshake just got a clean bill of health and a clean approach to level 8, which he's going to make a beeline for right now.
Absolutely. That red ring is going to quadruple his defense, so that's going to make that level 9 just about free, in my opinion. I mean, Digshake is in the catbird seat. However, there, of course, is still one thing, and that's the silver arrows. You know, you're looking at this legend here. We've got level 7, we've got 1 item in level 8, and we've got the 2 in level 9. There is a very high probability that the silver arrows are in level 9. I'm thinking it's silver and white, is my guess.
That would make some sense. From my tracking here, there are 4 spots that we haven't seen items out of. Obviously, the 2 in level 9. We have not seen level 7's item.
Oh,
and
no.
there's the
Digshake
second
got the
item in
wrong
me.
one. Yep.
Yeah.
So now he's going to have to be careful because one more hit, he would have been, or no, wait, he has the red ring. Under normal circumstances, one more hit, he would have been down to the count, but he's only going to lose half a heart. It's the recorder in level 8. So it's not required, but he'll go ahead and pick it up. And that means the only item that we have left to go is the item in level 9. So we still have a magical boomerang, we still have the white sword, and we still have the silver arrows. So
2 out of 3. If the game was being a jerk, they would be in 7 very cheap.
Sabermetrics is now in play, BBQ. Sabermetrics. Do you go for the item in level 7 or bank on the 2 and 3 chance that your silver arrows are in level 9? And the reason we would call it Sabermetrics is because of the original tournament, the inaugural tournament, Crystal Saber ended up winning it because the jackpot was in level 7.
Yeah, this is. I think if you're Digshake, you're at 50 minutes. You very likely are going to be in 9 sub hour. You have to be feeling pretty good. There are definite benefits of digging 9 when you don't know if the silvers are there. Namely, you hopefully will be able to find the location of Ganon, the location of Zelda, and you have the book. So there's also a strong possibility you'll encounter an old man who will tell you where the silvers are, whether they're in 9 or whether they lie elsewhere.
Now that is true, but you know what we haven't seen yet in this race yet? We haven't seen any mugger rooms, and those could potentially take away some of those hints. There are as many as 3 mugger rooms in a seed, so there's always that potential that at least one of them may have been replaced as Catastrophe takes a death in level 4. I mean, right now, Digshake, he is in cruise control right now, and not much can stop him from winning the seed at this point. Now, he will have to take down nothing. I guess there was a workaround from that Goma after all.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he assiduously avoided that going into that Goma room, even though he had the capability to take it out. But yeah, he has also 8 Triforces, to quote Moon Risen Phoenix. He's got a ticket to 9, and level 9 is just 4 screens away.
Yeah, Digshake is in prime position to get his first win of these Swiss rounds, as Catastrophe has spent a lot of time here in this level 4. I mean, these land molas have definitely been his downfall.
And to be fair to Catastrophe, those land mows are gross for just about anybody. But the fact that Digshake was able to get additional combat upgrades out of 3 and then get mags really made things a lot easier for him.
North start here in this level 9, and we've got 6 sets of transport staircases, more if this is a segmented level 9. And 2 of these staircases are going to have items. So you got 6 sets of transport staircases, 2 item staircases. That means 14 rooms out of whatever the size level 9 ends up being are going to be staircase rooms. He's going to be listening for the roar, and he's going to be looking for the door. I've heard it also be the bacon and the taken. That's kind of been a new saying I've heard regarding Ganon and Zelda. Zelda being known as the taken, though. Is she, though? Is she really taken?
Yeah, I mean, no, that's fair. Zelda has agency. I don't know her backstory.
Exactly.
So, yeah, don't assume. There's the heart in the stair in 4 for Catastrophe, so now he knows it's a double heart 4. That gets him up to 9 heart containers. And that door in level 9 to the right there opens for Digshake, and here is a hint. The beast is in Southwest.
And he is in Southwest right now, so he's not too far away from Ganon, but can't defeat Ganon until you have the silver arrows. So that is one of the 4 hints that you could see. And there's our map here in level 9.
Relatively thick, and like you said, not the full 64, but definitely in the 50s range.
No, it's actually 45. I said it was going to be 50. I was a little bit too high, but 45 rooms. This is still going to be a tough dig here for Digshake. It is not a segmented dungeon, so we don't have that legendary 7th set of a transport staircase that you would see sometimes in level 9. But we may have found the old stealth staircase, the old dead end. Digshake's going to up and go a different path, refill on his health, and he's also out of bombs as well, so he's going to have to stock up on equipment.
Thankfully, he's got some bomb droppers here. Unfortunately, they rolled up, so this is not going to be a one-shot deal, but there's a 4-pack for him.
Hey, you got them both. Wow, the orange dart nuts provided there, and I'm a little surprised Digshake didn't go back to the fairy fountain to refill on his health.
I certainly would have, but at the same time, as we've seen tonight, Digshake is very confident from a combat perspective, so I get why he feels like he can just power through.
Certainly can't blame him, but Catastrophe did get the Triforce out of level 4 and is now in level 2.
Now, he doesn't know that the raft is required. He's going to get the raft and probably not be thrilled about it, but that's his ticket to level 1. And that level 1 gets him, it will net him the any key and the power bracelet, which are pretty good.
Yep. Any key, of course, solves any key problems. You know, we have been pretty much a key-starved entire seed, might I add, Digshake. Not a hint. There are 2 other old men that could be in play. Now, we've got 4 different hints. We've seen the one about Ganon. There could be one about the location of Zelda. There could be one regarding what is guarding the compass. But the big hint that Digshake really would like to see is regarding the silver arrows.
And he's able to bomb out of that 3rd row from the bottom. Boy, that was looking like you couldn't bomb anywhere. And has found another transport staircase.
And is not going to take this one.
A little surprised he's not clearing that room. Oh, well, never mind. There's Zelda right there.
Yep, there's no wall masters either. Wait, I think he wants to double check that there's no wall masters. Yeah, that's Zelda's room. That is definitely Zelda's room. And look at this.
Oh, look. Hey, did you want to know where she was? Oh, well, guess what?
Thanks a lot, Gabe. That's you gotta love to see that. But it does at least give Digshake peace of mind so that after he takes down Ganon, that he knows exactly where he needs to go.
And even though he has the hint that Ganon's in the southwest, I like what he's doing here in terms of checking his corners. He's still looking for items in stairs. This could be one right here.
Nope. It's not that easy. It's going to be the last 2 staircases. It always works that way in level 9.
It certainly feels that way, doesn't it? And interestingly, he's gotten 2 old man hints, but neither has been about the silvers.
Dang, already 2 of them. I didn't see what the second one was in relations to.
It was the location of Ganon, and then the other one was
Zelda, or was it the compass?
That may have been the compass.
Okay, so there's only 1 old man left, and of course it could very well be a hint in regards to, it could be, again, Mugger Room. We have seen no Mugger Rooms yet. Catastrophe will fill up on bombs here. And Digshake's hoping to this one. By the way, Digshake did drink a potion. I don't know if that was accidental or not. Silver arrows!
Well, now there's 1 thing left. Well, 2 things left to do. 1 is find Ganon, and 2 is kill him. We know what quadrant he's in. If I was Digshake, I'd be tempted to go back to start and bomb my way around. But it's also possible that, that 3rd column up under the C and the A, Digshake tried to bomb up in both cases and couldn't. It's entirely possible, because we don't have his audio, it's entirely possible he heard the roar there.
Yep, Catastrophe now knows Power Bracelet is not required to beat the seed, so if he sees it, he's probably going to just ignore it. Ladies and gentlemen, or I should say, and now, here's Ganon. We need to get 4 hits off of that magical sword. A Hyrule driver will cost him only 1 heart since he has the red ring. He's got 3 hits. He's got it. Down goes Ganon. We've got Bacon and the Triforce of Power, and look at this. This is one of those rare instances that Zelda can be behind more than a single shutter door room. And wouldn't you know it, it's a T room. That's like the most convenient way to get there is through the Ganon fight. So get your GGs out for Digshake in an 8 Triforce seed under 1 hour. Very impressive.
Most impressive, both in terms of his combat, but more importantly, I think his routing and his choices. He had much earlier than Catastrophe some key offensive upgrades that allowed him to make progress where Catastrophe kind of struggled a little bit with that. Were really well done by Digshake.
And unfortunately, we have waved the white flag on Catastrophe's side. Just was not his day today. And that official time, 58 minutes and 21 seconds. Again, a very impressive run for Digshake. We do have in the commentators booth with us our contestants. GG to Digshake. Congratulations. Very fine performance. Catastrophe is in the commentators booth with us. Just a tough run. Those land molas really gave you the runaround today here. It was unfortunate. It was kind of a close race early on, but Digshake just plowed through his way. I mean, his routing was good. His combat was good. You just ran up into a buzzsaw today.
Yeah, Catastrophe, I don't think we can hear you. If you're, you might want to check your audio settings. So while we're waiting for our runners to make their way up to the commentators booth and to enable their audio, this thing kind of was the struggle bus, given all the 57 rooms of land modes that we saw throughout this seed. But boy, when Digshake got additional combat, boy, he really turned on the jets.
Oh yeah, having that magical sword, finding that red ring in level 5 just to make things practically free, really helped him. And that, though, just like I said, everything lined up in Digshake's favor. Sometimes you get races like that where you have one just routed to perfection like Digshake did, and it just happens. You get races like that. Digshake didn't have to dig very deep into that level 9. I mean, the very first item staircase he found got him his jackpot, those silver arrows, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah, and Catastrophe, I don't know if you had found level 1 yet, but yeah, this was a weird one where 2 had the raft and 1 was at the other raft spot. So Digshake was able to clear level 2 and get out of there, and just happened to go check that other raft spot, and boom, there's level 1, and that was what enabled him to solve his key problems. And just one by one, things kind of fell into place in terms of removing obstacles. Other than the 57 land mows, not much we could do about those.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the booth and GG's. You played well. It's just one of those things where just combat got in the way, and boy, that was so many rooms with left land molas. That's just mean.
Yeah, that was a lot of rooms with left land mows, huh? You can hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, good. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. I was saying before, I don't think I've ever cleared one of these without a ring. And, I've always bought a blue ring or found a red ring. And I told myself early on, I found 2, I found 4, I found 6. I'm going to keep doing my overworld. I'm going to buy a blue ring since I have enough money, and then I'll go do those levels.
Yep.
Because without it, I'm going to die a bunch.
Yeah, the only problem is Blue Ring Shop was the rare shop. We never found the Blue Ring Shop.
Yeah,
so
I noticed it was rare. I never found it either, and that was bad. Yeah. And the more combat heavy a seed is, somebody with Digshake's skill and speed, like he's going to have a huge advantage. What I needed to win that one was a couple hundred hours of practice going back to last year, to be honest. But what I could have used to even have a chance would have been like, early red ring, something like that to, I mean, honestly, and I know a lot of racers hate that because it, removes some skill from the game, but that's how big the gap between me and Digshake is. So I needed something like that. And I got the opposite, like you said, left side land modes,
you
heavy combat. I'm like, I don't need this.
Yep. You unfortunately got the situation that was going to go up against you was the heavy combat. And yeah, Digshake's combat was very, very good. It took a couple of deaths in Death Mountain, like late on, but apart from that, I mean, yeah, Digshake's combat was pretty crisp throughout this entire race.
Did I hear you say that Raft was in 2 and the other Raft spot was 1.
Yes.
That's
it was
funny.
required. Raft. Yep, you bet.
All right. Yeah.
I had a feeling you were clearing the overworld, hoping you could find a smaller dungeon you could clear, like particularly level 1. Yeah. Unfortunately, the game decided to stick it way up there. The other thing that really would have helped you,
Yeah.
is Wand was in 3, and Wand was in that room in 3 just below the Triforce that had a couple of Wizrobes in it. Digshake got very fortunate in that when he was attempting to clear that room, he got a clock early that enabled him to get rid of the blue Wizrobes. Because I think you died in that room at least once, with good reason, because that was a quad shooter room with Wizrobes in it. It's gross. But that clock enabled him to clear that room and get the wand, and that doubled his offense.
Oh gosh, yeah, that would, and then see that's the type of thing I would need, right? And of course, Digshake gets it. So that's funny. So I full explored 3. I got every room in 3, every room in 4, and I got 3 heart containers to show for it.
Yep.
I'm like, what?
Double level 3 again. The wand was heavily guarded, and yeah, just Digshake got very, very lucky because suppose he doesn't get that clock, it might have been a different situation. It could have taken a lot longer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so at the very end there, with like 54 minutes, I picked up the Triforce in 2, and I'm like, I better dig 2 for an item. I still need a lot of stuff. And and the Raft in 2 was required. And at 54 minutes, I said, nah, Digshake's going to be finishing soon. I just know it. Let me just see if I can get more Triforces before he finishes. And that was when I made the beeline for 6. That's literally all I was thinking at that point. And I was right. He did. He's finished 4 minutes later.
Yeah, 6
did
ended
it?
up being quick, yeah, because we never saw the map. And there was a hint. Now, you saw the hint shops after you picked up the book, but you declined the hints. And obviously the reason was you wanted to save up that money for the blue ring in case you found it again. We never found it. It's definitely the rare shop. Could have been recorder block, could have been power bracelet blocked. We'll never know. It was never found. But there was one hint in that shop next to the book that would have told you that the red candle was in level 6. So that's the reason why it ended up being a very quick dig for Digshake. Found the heart container, found the Triforce like almost instantly. It was a very fast level 6.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. Dang. Yep. Well, you know what? If I'm gonna get a seed like that, I would probably rather have it against Digshake, where maybe I felt outmatched anyway. So maybe next. It won't happen to me 2 weeks in a row, will it?
I mean, you would hope not,
You
right?
could.
But the game
No
does
more
like
left
to get
side
right
land modes.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, you played well in a really gross combat seed. And the good news is we have 6 weeks of Swiss because of the size of our field.
That's
It's normally 5.
Yep.
And this is a very deep field. It's a very competitive field. So, you've dropped your first 2 races, but don't worry about that because you've got 4 more weeks of Swiss guaranteed, and it'll be a big field making it to brackets. So you're very much in this.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And a quarter of us are 0-2, right? So 50% of us have to be 1-1.
Right.
And a quarter will be 2-0, and a quarter will be 0-2. It's not that bad yet. Maybe 0-3 is bad. We'll see.
Even 0-3. I mean, you can come back from 0-3 and probably make brackets at 3-3. I wouldn't sweat it too much. I'll be probably joining that 50% of 1-1s here after my race tomorrow, but we'll see.
Good luck. I hope you win. I hope you do. Yeah.
Well, I'm up against Druis, so I feel your pain in terms of knowing that your opponent is really, really good.
Yeah. And the wheel can do that to you, like when everybody's 0-0, the matchups are random, which means that some good players get some good players, and then anybody can be 0-1. So
Sure. Oh, and we had a ton of upsets in round 1. So there were, and Digshake is one of those players where you're just like, they're in the 0-1? Why? How did that happen? But that's just the variability of this flag set, which makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like how not every Triforce is required, and I like how not every block can be required. Like you could find Recorder, and it could send you on a wild goose chase longer than any other flag set. And it's got something to do with the less than 8 Triforces required, probably, flag that we just added. It really does change up this game. It's subtle, but it changes it up.
Oh, certainly.
I do like it.
It wasn't the case tonight because you needed all 8 Triforce pieces. But yeah, it's the gambles that you might have to make if you feel that you're behind and you don't have, let's say, silver arrows. You might hightail it to 9 just in the hopes that you find that silver arrows and, you come from behind and claiming victory at that point. But that wasn't just not the case because you needed all 8 Triforce pieces. So you basically, if you didn't find everything right away, it was pretty much going to be all over for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's it again, like with all 8 Triforces needed, that forces the seed to be long. Not long enough for Digshake. He still did it sub-hour, but again, like something that would help me with a combat disadvantage would be if only 5 Triforces were needed, Then I could skip all the Wizrobe dungeons or something. So, but yeah, no, game's fun. I do like the flag set. Good job to the tournament admins, and Fred implementing it, picking it. This is a good tournament. I like it.
Well, we're glad you're having fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having fun with the flags too. I think everyone's really enjoying the challenge it presents and kind of the variability from seed to seed. So, yeah, any final thoughts here as we kind of wrap this up?
No, see you next week.
All right. Well, good job tonight. Tough seed, but you're well positioned for a good matchup in week 3. So, best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, please make sure you give both of our runners today, Digshake and Catastrophe573, a follow. A great performance for both of our runners here. Digshake is the one who emerges victorious and goes to 1-1 in the Swiss rounds. Now, we do have a couple of races lined up for you on Speed Gaming. We've got one coming up at the top of the hour here. Stags 28 taking on 8-Bit. DEM Gaming and Rando Runner will be on the commentary for that one on Speed Gaming. And then immediately following that race, that's at 10 p.m. Eastern, we've got Bogey Smalls taking on Kennedy J with Why Must You Hate Me and Stone on the comms for that one. So, any final thoughts before we say goodnight here on Z1 Randomizer?
No, those are 2 great races. If you've got the time and feel like watching some more Z1R action, those are going to be 2 great races tonight to watch. The wheel that will set the week 3 matchups will be Sunday evening, so tomorrow night, probably around 8:30. Don't know exactly yet. But we also want to thank our restreamers and trackers, Krim and Crystal, behind the scenes, making sure we've got all the buttons pushed right and that we know what we're talking about. Our restreamers and trackers are the real MVPs here, and we could not do what we're doing here, chatting about the race without them.
Absolutely not. And we appreciate all the hard work here, both on the Speed Gaming and Z1 Randomizer. But that's going to do it for us here on Z1 Randomizer. Thank you, everybody, for participating. And again, best of luck to Digshake and Catastrophe in next week's race. So for everybody here on Z1 Randomizer, for Crimson, for Crystal, and for my commentator partner, bbq.gov, I'm LZ Cardsman 23. Have a good rest of your evening. We will see you again later tonight for more exciting coverage of the Zelda Randomizer 2025 tournament. Good night, everyone.